Hello and welcome back to another Murders at Karlov Manor draft. Today we're drafting. We're always drafting, early part of the format. We'll see how many more of these I want to record, but definitely in the mood to do another one. And format's been interesting so far. Definitely feel like there's a lot of places to go. I certainly haven't explored all of those places, but we will we'll see how things pan out. Alright, interesting start here. Okay, so the best card in this pack, I think, is Makeshift Binding. Um, Analyze the Pollen is really good, and is, like, I actually kind of want to take it because it, like, it's a fun card. How has the hothouse been doing? I don't think it's been, yeah, it's just actually done okay. I kind of want to just take one. You know what you could do? I could try to wield this case file editor. Analyze the Pollen just allows you to play like any deck, but Makeshift Binding is just a really, really good card. And this, like, people don't respect this card. I kind of want to take it. Eh. Hmm. Let's take the fun card. Let's regret it probably immediately. Um, nah. I'm pretty actually okay with this. I'm actually just gonna take the commercial district now. If we're trying to do the analyze the pollen thing, I think we wanted a commercial district. Not super interested in any of this other stuff, so just take some more stuff. Oh, buried in the garden. Wow, this card's a house. Perimeter enforcer, also very very good, but buried in the garden, as we just saw with the last draft, is just extremely insane, and this card is incredible. I guess I want Private Eye. It turns out that a lot of cards in this set just are detectives, and this is one. This just works with more things than you'd think. The Whipcracker's okay. Like, this card's fine, but I'll just take the Private Eye. I don't know. I mean, like, what else am I taking here, really? Let's do Cold Case Cracker. Not interested in this. Make Your Move is okay. I'll take Private Eye. Let's see how things are feeling. Alright, now we take Dog Walker, because Dog Walker's a really good card, and there's nothing else here. And then, okay, well, now I'm taking Inside Source. And now we're, maybe some people are saying that I regret everything that I've ever done, and they're probably right. All of my words and my deeds. I think these are pretty, early on. I mean, I've been white like every single one of my drafts. Like, let's be 100% real here. Um, so far, and there's a reason for that, and stuff has been just like open late. I'm gonna be pretty sad about getting rid of the Makeshift Binding. Like, I knew it was a better card, and I was like, but it's more fun to try out the Analyze the Pollen, and this deck could still be really sweet and do a bunch of cool stuff and play a bunch of like high rarity cards. But now I have a good setup to do that. I'm just gonna need to get paid off in later packs. That's all. And Loxodon Eavesdropper is a pretty decent one. Like this card quite a bit. It's it is a detective again. This is kind of what I was talking about with Private Eye, where it's just like all the good cards like have detectives or make detectives. Like other than Dog Walker, which just is a house by itself. Most of the good cards in the set make detectives. So this card just kind of like it looks like one of those cards that's like you really only want it in the color pair that it is doing. It's like, oh, this is a blue white gold card. It's only really good in like heavy blue white decks, but I think it actually has applications elsewhere. On the Job's been performing really, really well, so we're gonna just take it. I don't know if I'm gonna play it. This deck doesn't like it has one Dog Walker right now, and it has one Inside Source too. We could see ourselves ending up there. Like it's not completely outside of the realm of possibility. Do you think that Rift Burst Hellion Wheels? I kind of love that card now. I kind of love that card, even though I don't think it's like incredible or anything. Hmm. Well, this is a good wheel too. Fanatical Strength, I think, is worse than Auspicious Arrival. And I'm pretty sure that I'm green because of this Buried in the Garden. But I'm not 100% all in. I'm like pretty sure that I'm green though. Like, I don't know. We have some really good tools to be multicolored. And this card I think is better in more like value-based decks than the Fanatical Strength. Fanatical Strength, I think, is still pretty good in these decks. Ooh, okay. Analyst versus the Hellion. I'm going to take the Analyst just because you can get the Hellions later, and this is like a 2-mana spell. I don't like this. I guess I'll take Cold Case Cracker. I don't know. I really don't like Hustle Bustle at all. Like, you just don't need... Oh, wow. Oh, what do I do here? Now what do I do? Which of these is better? I think... Oh, wow. I think Hide in Plain Sight's better, but I don't... Oh, man. Oh, it's so difficult. They literally have, like, exactly the same win rate. Man, these cards are both so good. Like, I don't know which one of them... Wow. That's tough. I'm gonna take Hide in Plain Sight. I don't know. Maybe that's dumb. Maybe I'm just, you know, being stupid and not taking the right cards. Here, okay, so there's Reckless Detective, a card that I like quite a bit. Now, I'm not currently, like, really base red. I could just take the Tipster. I think I'm just gonna take the Tipster, actually. The Tipster is pretty good, and, like, I kind of need the 2-drops pretty badly. It's another Dog Walker. We'll take Dog Walker over Market Watch Phantom and Tunnel Tipster. Dog Walker is just really strong. Yeah. Their Inside Source. There's a Galvanized, but Inside Source, I think, was what we want. So now I'm just kind of like base green-white. This On the Job is looking much better than it was even previously. I don't really want this Aftermath Analyst. Do I want Private Eye? Right now, probably not, but... Actually, it has 2 additional ones that make detectives with that, too. And this one also makes detectives. So maybe I'd sneaky, like, do kind of want it. Sneakily. It's actually very difficult to figure that out. I'll take Fuss Bother. You cast both sides of this, and it's pretty good on both sides. Generally, the better side is the Bother side, but I am kind of going a little bit wide here. To have some width associated with the deck that I'm drafting. I think so. Person of Interest versus 10th Street Gossip here. Due diligence I don't think is super great. You just really don't need this. I think the question is, am I realistically playing? I'll take Person of Interest. I don't know if I'm going to play it. I don't know if I'm going to go full Naya again, but here I'm going to just take the Hellion, I think. Case of the Trampled Garden, I think, is too much work, and this card was impressive, like yesterday. Well, I shouldn't be. I don't know. It was like one day of stuff, but so I actually don't have anything to really like tutor with this yet, which is annoying. I guess I have Hide in Plain Sight. That's not like a really like great thing to tutor though. Tunnel Tipster or Bite Down on Crime. I'm gonna take another Tipster, I think. I do mean more 2s pretty bad. Like, really bad, even, some might say. Do I need 2s bad enough to take Gravestone Strider? Well, I'm not playing any of this other stuff, so... I'm not playing, like, a second, On the Job, and I'm not even sure I'm playing this one. Fender at Large, Gadget Technician, not great here. They went this way. It's like, if I get something like super absurd, I guess I'll take a Fender at Large. I think I'm like pretty cemented in my Naya roots here. I don't want this. I'll take the 2-1 for 2 that I'm probably not going to play. I found Aftermath Analyst to just not be super exciting. Yeah, I think it just is kind of too slow. I guess I'll take the Gear Drake. Probably not super excited about it, but... Oh, okay, cool. Wow, there's a Sumalis entry in this pack too. Also a Novice Inspector. Great pack, but... Gotta take the big boy. Dulcimere. See how much red I want to play. Definitely gonna play the Commercial District. Well, now I have something to tutor with Analyze the Pollen. It's not that great to tutor this thing specifically, but it definitely does stuff. Another dog walker. Yeah, I guess. I could. The Vijugazi Inspector's fine. I think I'm just taking another dog walker. They're kind of 3-drops, but they're also like, I don't know. I mean, play this. I'm probably not playing Private Eye. Probably not playing this. I'm probably not playing this. Oh, wow. So I don't have stuff that works with this. I need artifacts, lands, and enchantments. I have, yeah. I don't have anywhere near enough stuff to get there on this thing. Yeah, I just don't have enough things that go to the graveyard. I'm gonna take another Hellion. I don't think I want any of this, but I'll just take another thing that I can actually cast in my deck. Ooh, this card's insane. So we'll take it. Very, very good. This on the job is looking okay. This is a 3. These are 3s. Another 3. Oh no, I'm gonna take Makeshift Binding. Makeshift Binding. Put this in the set. Oh, I don't actually have enough playables yet to do that, but man, I really don't want to play this on in my deck, but but here we are. This on the job is looking okay. Like I do have like a bunch of guys that make multiple stuff, and there's also these Rift Hellions that don't do that, but I've been pretty unimpressed with this thing. I've been pretty impressed with Auspicious Arrival, so I'm gonna take it. The fight, like, there just aren't enough artifacts lying around, and this deck isn't making enough artifacts. Like, just not, like, this isn't, this is not reliable enough to play. And I want to cut like a land for this if possible. So I'm kind of, ooh. What do I take here? Get a leg up or bite down on crime? Or do I just take the Topiary Panther? Because it's something that I can do on 2 mana. The Bloomkin I think is just good. So I'll probably just take the Bloomkin. I have not played it yet. And I'll take Maverick. Like, do I really need like a 5-drop, or can I just take a 1 mana 1/1 that does stuff? Sure. So now I have the number of cards I wanted in my deck. Vijugazi Inspector or Seasoned Consultant. I think this deck wants Seasoned Consultant. Sure, and then what can I cut for the Seasoned Consultant? Probably one of these Hellions. That's probably what I want to cut. Yeah, then I'm going to play a Commercial District, and I don't know if I want a Mountain or not. I think I want exactly 1 Mountain. Seven, 15, 16, I can cut 1 Plains. I have 2, because this can replace. How many white cards do I have? 15 to 11. 6, 7. Yeah, no, actually, that's not enough white sources. I'm not playing a mountain, I've decided. Yeah, because a mountain is functionally the same. I will play the Commercial District because it's a forest and also works, but this is going to be a 9/8, and I think I actually do want to play. So this is like essentially another white source. I'm not cutting a forest, so what else would I be cutting? Not. I mean, it's maybe just on the job. Although I kind of want to, like, I do want to try it out and like look at all my stuff that's going wide with it too. I feel like it's kind of good in this deck. Maybe I just cut the Hellion. Maybe I should cut this Flourishing Bloomkin. Nah, it's probably fine in my deck. Actually, what I should definitely cut is this Aftermath Analyst, because it isn't very good for me. Is a Detective, I suppose. Play a Hellion instead of it. One, two, technically two, but not even really two drops. I have a lot of concerns about the lack of 2-drops in this deck. I mean, these dog walkers can technically be 2-drops, but they can't super reliably be 2-drops. Maybe I want this then. It's so awful though. It's like so bad. But it does attack and like block well. I think I do want this because I can attack with 3 more creatures somewhat often. Hellion. Like, do I really need top end or am I just going wide as my finishing? Do I want this Night Watch? I think I do. Yeah, let's do this. Let's run this and see how I feel about it. Possible I should be running 16 lands. And actually, hold on. Thinking about it. Thinking about whether or not I want to run 16 lands with the Collect Evidence 8 card as a land. I think I actually do want to do that. Go down to 7 planes and then play the Hellion. Because the Collect Evidence card does count as like you can replace a land with it as long as you have 9 green sources. I do have 9 green sources. There are also forests. The Bloomkin. How is the Bloomkin doing? I mean, it kind of speaks for itself with how well it's doing on here. So I'm going to trust it and try to find out here. I'll keep this one. It's got all my stuff. It's got all the cards I was talking about, maybe doing things. On the Jod in the opener's not the best, but we shall see, won't we? Oh, okay. I was scared that they were playing something, and then it was a Jaded Analyst, and I was way less scared. But my Tunnel Tipster is probably going to die. Which isn't great, but it is also life, you know? Ooh, do I do that instead? I could play Loxodon Eavesdropper this turn. That uses all my mana, yeah. It also blocks all their stuff, so I think I'm going to do that. Then next turn I can play the Dog Walker face down. Cold Case Cracker, kind of hate it. So I can go Dog Walker face down and then flip it up on their turn. The Riftburst, if the Riftburst Hellion is put face down this turn, I could flip it up next turn and block the Cold Case Cracker, potentially. Depends on what role I think I have in this matchup. I can play this, put the Riftburst Hellion face down, flip it up next turn, potentially. That seems pretty good, let's do that. I also get to draw a card this way. The Tipster gets +1/+1. I don't know. Maybe it's like with the on the job in hand. I'm like being too worried about a 3/3 flyer. Potentially. Just I do need to find an answer for it eventually, and now is kind of the time. Card. I'm probably not gonna flip that up. Ooh, okay, we found another answer. Found to analyze the pollen too. Well, now I don't really want to do that. I think what I want to do is, because they have open mana, I'm just gonna surveil one. Nope. Do it like this. Then I'm not interested in doing anything. Let's see what they got. Do they have the are they just gonna kill my Eavesdropper? That's fine. I can live with that. Oh, cold. you got me. Why did they not tap down the eavesdropper? I guess because they wanted to... So they can now draw a card and attack with the Jaded Analyst? I can just block it, though. That's not horrible for me. It's not great, but it's not horrible either. Kind of don't want to block because I have this on the job next turn that I'm about to cast. Attack for like 1,000,000,000. Potentially. Potential billion damage. I guess I just won't block then. They'd be taking 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm taking 3 plus 3 is 6. Oh, they can't collect evidence either. Just tap me down, hit me for a punch. So are they going to be dead? Can't do anything about that. Alright, so are they dead? Oh no, my stuff's tapped, I forgot about that. That's probably relevant. Probably should remember that that's the case. I guess I'm going to play this on my... I guess I'm going to play this on... Hold on. Tap this for green. Play this on the plains. Remove the cold case cracker. And then just probably go no attacks. I'm going to take a bunch, but yeah. And then I can on the job on defense, which is horrible, but it's also allowed. Time to just die, probably. They have removal, which they can totally have. Well... I don't suppose... Well, if they have instant speed, way to tap down my morph creature, they have instant speed way to tap down my morph creature, I'm like okay with that. Do I want to attack? What else do I want to attack with? I think just this is fine. Just gonna take 3, sure. Alright. Alright, opponent. Please do not have a way to tap down my morph creature, or I will cry. Yep. The tunnel tipster is here. Kind of surprised they didn't block my 3/1. Guess I'm not like that surprised about it. Please don't remove the morph creature. Surely they won't know to remove the morph creature. Okay, fine, you got me. Fine, you got me, opponent. You got me. They figured it out. They found the line. Unfortunate. We knew that was potentially possible. I don't know. I think that game was winnable. I think there were other lines I could have taken. If I had played the dog walker, I was just a little too slow. You know what I mean? I was just a little bit too slow on being able to answer stuff, and they just got in one too many attacks there. I'm trying to think about it more. I don't think there was an opportunity to block the 3/2. Alright, we'll take this. It's pretty good. No complaints. Tipster on 2 and to hide in plain sight on 3, or Rift Burstellion on 3. Oh, that's actually so good if I can get the hide in plain sight on 3. opponent thinking about it. Gonna be tough, but never impossible, you know? So they have decided to keep it, and then Prage. We're Praging. Oh no, Mountain is not what we wanted to see. Oh, but that's okay. I am gonna get hit for a bunch, but we live with that. I'll put Dogwalker face down. Actually, I can't flip up Dogwalker. Well, at some point during the game, I might be able to flip it up, though. And I guess Seasoned Consultant. And then I just don't block, because I don't really care about this. I guess I can eventually flip the Dogwalker with Buried in the Garden. I can even next turn go like Riftburst Hellion plus Case face down. Attack. Well, I kind of want to just play the Case and attack for 3. Well, I won't play the Case. They have to attack with the Herring, which means that oh, they're not stuck on 2 lands. Second Red Herring. Okay. Alright, I am going to just... Oh wow, that was probably good for me. It's probably a good draw. I can flip this, and I can Case. I think I'm going to do that. So we Case a 2/2. Flip this face up. Attack for 1,000,000. Then my creatures are going to get bigger, which is really nice. And then next turn, I can even flip the Dogwalker, very, very likely, because my opponent has bigger problems. If I had had another white mana, I would have flipped Dogwalker, but we just didn't have it. I think it's better to get the Case solved because they have no blockers at the moment. If they can kill the Tipster, they can kill the Tipster. I can live with that. Alright, I'm down to I probably want to like just not take the 1 damage. Do they have shock? I guess we can find out. Do they have shock? They don't have shock. Okay, great. I was like, do they have shock? And then it's like, no, they don't have shock. I'll hit them for the extra damage. They now can't block, and I have a huge board. Please do not have the one thing that like beats me. If they have the one thing that beats me, I will be crying. I need to stop clicking my mouse all the time, because it's all I do. There's a little bit of copium going on here for me, or just like, well, hope they don't have it. It wouldn't really make sense for them to have it, given they just cast like Torch the Witness on my thing. I will take it. Now what? Please, no. Oh, that's fine. So I believe they are dead. They block 4, take 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they're just dead. Take this one. Should be plenty. Yep. Good job, we did it. We went wide. The deck did the thing that it was designed to do, which is go wide. A little concerned. I'm wondering if maybe I should be playing another land. Maybe I'm supposed to be playing that other plains, because I have 3 dog walkers. Like, I really need to be able to flip them. Just playing, like, another land instead of... Like, I know I have analyzed the pollen, but still, I think I just need to be able to flip my dog walkers, like, consistently. Get rid of this Aftermath Analyst, because it isn't very good in my deck. It is a 2-mana play, but I just don't think it's gonna ever be good for me. Like if I play it on 2, it's still just like not. I don't know. It still just isn't very good. So I'm just gonna get rid of it. I think I do really want that 8th or 9th really white source, because the tipsters provide extra green sources. So it's like I kind of want to cut a green, but I can't really cut a green for Analyze the Pollen. See, it's sort of got that issue going on. Sort of got that problem. Oh, I said I was gonna test that out, and I didn't do it. My own hubris, it seems. Alright, here we go. We're ready. I'm gonna keep this hand, maybe. I have like the 2 best cards in my deck, and I don't have a 2 or 3 mana play yet, but I mean, okay, I feel great. I feel really good. I feel good about my decisions. I feel great about my decisions right now. That may come back to bite me, but right now I feel pretty good. There's a Sanctuary Wall in play, and that does not scare my deck at all. We're going to play second white, and play the Dog Walker face down. And then next turn I can go Buried in the Garden, or I can just play another, or I can flip up Dog Walker. I can't play another Dog Walker. It's kind of a little bit awkward, so I don't really want to just like Buried in the Garden anything at all. Kind of do want it to be something. Is that something? Does that count as something? If I do play it, I do have Binding in my hand too. I probably should just play the Garden. What do I bury though? Probably the Assailant. It's a little aggro, but then next turn I'm guaranteed to be able to play Tulsimir. I'm guaranteed to be able to play Tulsimir. I could have even buried the wall, but I don't know. That doesn't seem super... Like, I can just use the Tulsimir on the wall. Being able to, like, guaranteed play the Tulsimir next turn seems really... Well, it's not guaranteed. They could have enchantment removal, but... Yeah, this is fine. I can live with that. Alright. Get in there, Tulsimir. You have made a 5/5. And I can just use this on the job next turn. If they... Oh, just over it. Yeah, I think that's pretty sensible. I think that is a pretty sensible place to be. There's a little bit mana screwed, and really the beauty of Buried in the Garden allowing me to hit my fifth mana source without hitting land 5. Kind of makes me want to cut another land. It kind of makes me want to go back to not having played the land, but having maybe run the extra plains allowed me to have the second plains, so you never know. This is where people like use lands of different, you can use different art styles in the lands to be like, this is the land that I drew that, you know, to help sort of, whatever. But that's not really like a good way of thinking about it either. It's kind of about overall consistency. So, good luck figuring that one out. Alright, I'm going to keep this one. Analyze on the Pollen on turn 1 to go find ourselves a land. I could also just Roadwheel Maverick on one. I think that's somewhere between stupid and bad. Yeah, because I really want to make sure. I mean, the Season Consultant on 2 is pretty good, and then like I have a good curve, and then Roadwheel Maverick scrying in the late game becomes more relevant. So I play against number 160 and then I'm now playing against another different 160. Alright, I'm just gonna go get a plains. I got a plains. We did it. Ladies and gentlemen, we did it. Blue-green. Alright, my opponent, there's a seasoned consultant in play. And how are we feeling? Opponent's probably got a morph here, very likely. They did mulligan once. I also have Tulsimir again, so that's good. Ooh, I think I want to play inside source. Yeah, because it enables an attack. I guess I would prefer if they blocked, though. And I could go Auspicious Arrival plus Rubber Built Maverick. And if they don't block, obviously, that's fine, too. Attack is kind of free. I could even, like, even if they choose... I do want to play... I actually think I like playing Auspicious Arrival plus Rubber Built Maverick more. I won't do it unless they block, but... Oh, they are going to do it. They're going to make that block. Okay. So I'm going to do this. Because it gets their morph off the board, and that could potentially be... I'm pretty glad I did that. Getting that Bloomkin out of here is great for me. Tipster I don't think I want at this stage. And we'll keep a forest on top. This next turn I can play Loxodon, Eavesdropper. Which isn't so bad. Does mean I kind of need to draw planes to figure out how to cast Tulsimir, but... Yeah, I'm pretty happy to get rid of the Bloomkin there. This time I'm not going to attack, and I'm just going to play the Eavesdropper. Because I actually kind of want this thing on blocks, potentially, too, so... You never really know. Next turn... How thrilled am I with the Rubber Belt Maverick dying? I'm not super thrilled about it. That is a 5-mana 5/5. I do declare. Let's do this, I guess. If I find a plains, I want to play it. If I don't find a plains, I don't want to play that. That's a pretty good card. Just play the inside source. And chill out. 5-mana 5/5 pretty big here. I kind of don't... Like, if they attack with it, how do I block? Probably Rubber Bolt Maverick plus Seasoned Consultant plus Eavesdropper. If they have the combat trick. There's a couple of tricks they could have. I could just block with the Maverick. Then I get a pretty decent attack on the Crackback. It depends on how big their morph creature is. So if they have the +3/+3 trample or the +2/+2, I could just block everything. I could just block with my whole board. What if they have the death touch? What if they have the the indestructible trick? That's pretty bad. There's like that indestructible guy. I'm just gonna take 5. I could block with the Maverick, and that's not terrible. So they could have the big flip dude. Which would be pretty good for them. I'm just going to go hide in plain sight, I think. Surely they don't have a counterspell. How does this work? Dogwalker's definitely going to get cloaked. And then I guess I'm putting... I might as well put On the Job in there, right? Or how does this work? Can I cast? So how does this work? I can turn it face up for any time if it's a creature card. Okay. So I probably should have just had it be a land. Though I guess I would rather it go to the graveyard for collect evidence purposes, which I don't think I actually have any relevance for in my deck. I could also have done the Buried in the Garden set up Tulsimir line again. I got a wide board. I got me a wide board. So they're thinking about what they want to do. I don't think I'm attacking. I just don't think I can justify attacking into this very, very suspiciously... Oh, they didn't flip it? So that means that it must be the 5/5, or they can't flip it. So it must be the 5/5 that gives trample, or the 4/4 that gives trample and everything. Otherwise, there's no reason they wouldn't flip that. It just doesn't make sense. Tap that down, sure. Well, now I feel a little bit better. So this is 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 5, and 3. They get +3/+3, yeah. I'm down to do this. It's likely they can go +3/+3. The death touch, the indestructible thing can't flip up anymore. That's notable as well. There's the -2/-0, I guess, which I could have thought about. Be pretty bad for me. Should probably. Oh, they just didn't have it. Okay. So opponent just does not have it. Well, I'm gonna attack with the eavesdropper, so I think I want to go draw a card to give it vigilance. Play this. Put the +1/+1 counter on my. On the 1/3, I guess. And then I'm going to attack with these guys. And they can make some blocks if they want. So what does this look like? Yeah, I think I want to kill the morph if possible. I don't know what it is. Like the Crime Stopper script basically just doesn't scare me. Basically feeling no fear at the moment of the Crime Stopper sprite. And then I'm going to put the Hellion face down. Exit Specialist, I see. So they're probably just going to bounce my token and take this trade, I think. Exit Specialist does make sense. This is a pretty good deal for me, though. And I'm just going to play the Hellion face down. I mean, I don't feel like I'm in too bad of a spot. I'm way up on cards. Attack with everything. I see. So they just get to draw a card and whatnot. Not great, but I still have the Dog Walker and I can still attack with Inside Source. I can't actually flip up the Dog Walker. Pretty annoying. Collecting evidence over there. It might still be better for me to just flip up this this Hellion. That seems pretty bad. Let's not do that. Why does this one not have chains, but this one has chains? Must be like an animation bug, or like these guys are supposed to get. Is it because this one has a +1/+1 counter? It gets the chains as well. How we found a way to do this. That's nice. There's no blue-green wraths, right? Alright, get out there, Tulsimir. What you got for a 5/5? Alright, opponent. Do you have a wrath? Somehow. Oh. That's bad. Oh, that's actually not that. But does this create legendary? It does create legendaries. Okay, so they create some legendaries. That's fine, I think. I can just remove all of them, and then they have to make some terrible blocks and lose. Doppelgang is like the wrath though. 4 on the forest. Let's take the 5/5. I don't need to binding anything, do I? I don't believe so. These ones. What do I want blocking the 5/5? I guess I want them to be forced to, I would like the... to block the wolf. I don't think it actually matters all that much, to be honest with you. What you got over there? If they don't block the dog walker, I'm just gonna play the other dog walker I have. Doppelgang was pretty bad for me. It does make sense that that is what they had, for obvious reasons. They have a lifelink that they want to keep around. If they block the... Okay. If they have another doppelgang, I will cry myself to sleep, but... Really only so much you can do in life. I guess I'd rather flip my dog walker. I guess if I was doing that, I should have just done it. Whatever. Make some 1/1 dog tokens. I've decided that I want... Do I have any detectives, actually? Any of you guys detectives? You're a detective. I don't really care. I'm gonna attack all. So this would be lethal. 3, 5, yeah, this is more than enough. Let's see what they do. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, it's still lethal, so... Yep, opponent just flooded a little bit. I mean, Doppelgang was great. It just doesn't really work super well against Tolsimir because you just only get one of each of the things. Alright, on to the next one. Alright, I have started to pause my things in between rounds. I'm gonna mull this. I kind of want to keep it. I just need to draw a green source, and it's like really good. The problem is it's just not proactive enough. I have one removal spell and no playable cards other than the removal spell, so I am gonna mulligan it. I'm gonna keep this one though. Pretty good hand. I'm gonna put Fussbother on the bottom, I think. I could even put a land on the bottom. But this is gonna be pretty hard to cast, so let's get rid of this. I guess I could cast the red side of it. I don't really want to do that. Yeah, let's do this, and then we'll try to find a white source. Can't cast that. So it goes into the trash, unfortunately. Oh yeah, we found a white source. Nice. Excellent. A truly excellent conundrum. Why though? But why, I would ask. So I think we just play this now. Because it makes the tipster bigger. Yeah, I don't know. Seems intelligent. Seems intelligent enough. Make a larger tunnel tipster. I don't know. It does technically give me more options if I draw like another white source. Nervous Gardener face up. That's like really scary actually. And honestly, against me, mulliganing is not as bad as you got it, boss. Just be absolutely thrilled if they blocked. I'll attack both. If you want to block my Tunnel Tipster, I'm pretty happy about that. Yeah. Like I said, I'm pretty happy about that. That was another Nervous Gardener. And then next turn I could even use the Inside Source on the Detective. They do have the Haunch, which they can use this turn to make 2 dogs, which would be pretty annoying. I wouldn't be like super excited about that. Okay, they're gonna go face down card. Reasonable enough. I feel that's reasonable enough. Well, I'm going to freaking guess I don't need this to have vigilance, so I don't really care if they... I'll turn face up now. Make some dogs. Not super excited about my position at this stage. We are pretty low on cards. Opponent is low on lands because they didn't use their Nervous Gardeners, though. Why didn't they equip? I guess that means they're flipping this face up. Presumably. Gonna make a block. They probably have a dog walker themselves here. It's very likely. They could... Nah, that doesn't really make any sense. It's gonna be pretty unfortunate when I draw my... Oh, that's fine. I mean, it's not great because, again, they do get to have... Like, I wish I had that in my hand. That would be excellent in my hand right now. But, we're just gonna be sitting here staring at each other for a while. Nope, not anymore. That does not look good. That does not look good for me. I'm going to need to find stuff. And also things. That's not either of those. We had to mulligan this game. That's... Would my keep have worked out? If I had kept the opener, would it have worked out? Probably not. I mean, all they played is like a 1 face down card. Like they played that, and then yeah, I think I would have just got run over. Actually, I would be like, yeah, it wouldn't have been good to keep that hand. And you know, now here we are, V2 inspecting, gaining some life. Take 5. Probably, it's possible I'm supposed to just jump there, honestly. Alright, well, it looks a lot better that I didn't now, huh? We're just gonna kill the face down card. Because I can't kill the eavesdropper. Alright, well. I mean, not the worst draw on my deck, but certainly not the best draw on my deck. What is the best draw on my deck? I don't actually know. Something into, like, into Tolsimir, maybe? If I'm jumping, I have to jump with the 1/1. I'm pretty sad about where I'm at. Oh, that's not good for me. Well, Suppose this can be face down, and then it's not. Oh, God. Yeah. I'm gonna be chumping now. Not that it matters. Alright, so do they... Alright, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this, and then we're just gonna pray that we get it right. Now, nobody ever chooses Goblin, we know that. I don't know, I don't actually know which... It doesn't really matter which two I block, huh? 4 blockers... Which one is it? They actually picked Goblin. Oh no, they picked Human. Everybody picks Human. Let's do this. Might be stupid. Gains Death Touch until end of turn, people forget. Well, I am technically alive. In some ways. What's the bottom of my deck? Oh, that card. I guess I go to 1 here? I'm not gonna cycle this. Maybe I should just cycle it. That seems horrible. I guess I go to 1. They can even just make dogs and then I'm like dead. I might just be dead here. I guess we'll just see if I can find something off the top of my deck that saves me. That is Museum Night Watch. Which does not save me. Another Killer Among Us. I think I am basically stone dead to that, so... Yep, that one just kills me. Alright, well, you know, that is how it goes sometimes. Alright, onwards. Alright. Yeah, we'll keep it. Not the best, but certainly a functional opener. We keep functional openers. We keep functional openers. That's annoying. Well, I kind of want to just cry now. They're never blocking, right? We'll just play this. I don't think I'm blocking either. I guess maybe I would block. Does that vigilance? It does not. Kinda hate it. Kinda hate it a little bit. I kinda wanted to block, actually. If they have Tesa, I'm gonna be very upset. Well, that's not great for me. Well, the arrival is certainly going to be a bit auspicious from me. They have another removal spell. Yeah, they have murder. Yep, yeah, they have murder. Well... Oh, okay, well... You know, this one's pretty good. We have Tolsimir now. What about now, opponent? What if you can't 3 from on me now, maybe? Pure copium, by the way. It's just pure copium. Okay, fine. Unless they have 2, and then it's pretty unfortunate. If they have 2, then I'm a little bit sad. Nah, you got it. Because if they have the Death Touch trick, this is pretty awful for me. They do not have it. Okay. Let's get walking. Let's go for a walk. Let's go for a walk. Dog walker. Dog walker. Let's go for a walk. I can kill my wolf. Sad. That's sad. Turn this face up. Attack with everything. Just be okay with this. A couple of auspicious arrivals from me and the opponent here. Then we're going to play another dog walker. If they do have a wrath, which, you know, is not completely out of the question, then I'm in a bad spot. But if they don't, I do have lethal on board. Alright, well, they have to... Oh, that's really good. Yeah, that's insanely good, even. Some might say. This having vigilance does not matter. Is going to go to 0, actually, still. I didn't actually do the math, but, you know, we who needs math when you can just draw Tulsimir? Tulsimir does the math for you, because... That's why I push pull, by the way. That's why that push, like, the pull and, I don't remember. What is that split card called? Anyways, that's why that card is not that great, because it basically, I still just got my value, and they did kill my thing, but it just took really long. So. Alright, here we go. We're continuing. We're well on our way here. We are going to keep this hand. Am I going to analyze the pollen on 1 for a land? I would be getting a forest. I'm pretty likely to regret not doing that, so I'm just going to do it. Oh. Survey a land. Into the graveyard. Into the graveyard you go. I want to remove that, but we have ways of doing that are... I'm gonna let it live for... I'm gonna let it simmer for 1 turn. I have the Case of the Gateway Express, which is really good against it. The problem is I don't have... Oh no, I do have... Oh, this flips for red. Oh, yes, yes, thank you, thank you. I just need it to live. Oh, interesting. So I can kill... Wow. So I can Case of the Gateway Express this flyer. And then I could play the Dog Walker, which I'm not going to do. Or I could just play Loxodon on Eavesdropper. No, I think this is better. I want this Perimeter Enforcer off the battlefield, like, as soon as possible. The next turn I might be able to attack with 3 creatures. Next turn I might be able to attack with 3 creatures, and then, if I can do that, I can flip this case. I can even just do that. Like, I can just do it if they don't remove my thing. You got it, boss. What you got for me? So now I can... Oh, wow, that's actually... Yeah, I'll take that. looks like this is like just a chump attack with the 1/1s. What on earth? They just let that through. I mean, they just let that one right on through. Interesting. I'm very surprised they did that because now I'm just gonna have 2/1s. I guess we'll see. There must be a reason. What would that reason be from a morph perspective? I don't know. They keep attacking me with the morph. Makes me think it's like the thing that dies into a 2/2. That's how it feels like to me. Some kind of dies trigger, because otherwise... This other one's not attacked, so the other one didn't attack, which is really weird. And now what? Now what do you got for me, opponent? What do you have? What do you got in store? I would just love for you to tap out. That would just make my day. Just tap out. So they have collect evidence? They don't think they do. Tap this down. I guess they wanted a block. Turn this face up. Have 2 more dogs. Now they're all 2/1s. That's a Tulsamir. We're attacking with everything. I think I'm just gonna play Fuss Bother. I could even play Tulsamir. They kind of just have to block. How much damage is this? It's lethal if they don't block with something else here. 3 times 4 is 12 and 4. Yeah, let's go for lethal. Yep, that's how we drew it up. That is how we drew this deck up. Is it's kind of a go wide, deck that can have draws like that where you just are where you're just smashing people. I'm gonna head to the next match here. All right, we're headed into the next match, and we will keep this opener. Pretty solid opener. 3/3 drops, but I can cast the backside of both Dogwalkers. Dogwalker, like, if it hasn't been said, enough at this point, like, that card's just so good. Okay. Oh, we drew the Fuss Bother too. That's huge. What do I put in the bin here? I want both of these cards. Yeah. Pretty happy with Plains. Pretty happy with Hide in Plain Sight. So we'll just go top. Plains is good. Hide in Plain Sight's good. No complaints. Opponent getting their surveil on over there. The beats. So I guess my question is, what do I do on turn 3? I think I want to just play the inside source because I want to just go as wide as possible as early as possible. Inside source into Hide in Plain Sight. It's pretty good. In terms of just width. The Dogwalkers also generate width, but they are slower at doing so. The opponent has also played a 1/3. This is mildly concerning. Face down card. Go Hide in Plain Sight here. I don't really see any other lines. I don't want to attack, really. Pretty happy with just being back on blocks. If they have a counter spell, that would be pretty funny. Ugh. I guess I'm cloaking 2 lands. Because you can only flip them up if they're creatures, so we're going to just cloak 2 lands and be somewhat unhappy about it. Then next turn, flip up Granite Witness. Sure. That's fine. Questions about whether or not that's even, like, that good for them. Why? They could have just played the Granite Witness. I guess that could also just do this. It's, like, the same. And they get to tap down my 2/2. I don't know. Seems like marginal to me. Alright, so this commercial district, I'm pretty happy, I think, just to jam all next turn and get this in. If, yeah, this is obviously attacking me. And then what you got? Six mana available right now. It's a lot of mana to have available for something. If I draw an untapped land, I might go Dogwalker plus. No, maybe I won't. Opponent is gonna just do this. This could end pretty poorly for them if they did draw an untapped land. Interestingly. Yeah, let's attack all. I have options. I'm probably, if they don't block anything, I'm probably just going to play the Dogwalker face down and then flip it up on their turn. So I do have something to block. They would take 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 damage if I cast Fuss this turn, but then I'm liable to just die on the crackback. Yeah, let's not do that. Play this face down. Could you not? I could still definitely just die, but I am at a pretty high life total, and now I've gotten in. I mean, they really gave me a lot of credit, right? They basically gave me credit for this, right, which they have in their deck, and they have one copy, so they surveilled the other one away, so maybe they do have a second one in hand. Maybe I should have left one of the 1/1s back. Definitely optional to do that. Definitely something I could have done. The thing is, I just get to go even more wide, and then as a result of that, the Fuss gets even stronger next turn. I'm pretty sure they were supposed to block something there. I don't know which things, what combination of things they were supposed to block or how they were supposed to block, but I'm pretty sure something was supposed to get blocked because now it's just going to get worse for them. It's like, what are they doing now? Now they have to be like, well, my opponent's representing like a trick that can pump the board, and if I don't make them use it, they're just going to have a bigger board next turn on which to use the pump trick. I don't have a reason to block this 2/2, right? There's nothing that's like super. I guess they can tap down my thing. I don't need to block this. I really do not. How big is it? That is 10 damage. Does that have to pay? So I have how many attackers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 attackers. They have 1, 2, 3 blockers. Alright, well now I can do this too. So they have 3 blockers, 8 attackers. They block, take 2, 3, 4. 2, 4, 6, 8, exactly 11. Looks like exactly 11 to me. Yep, you got it. If I've miscounted this, I do just lose, but that's fine. Surely I haven't. They actually don't know what these are. Right, they took 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. So. And that's the ball game. Xaxes. All they had to do was just block anything, and I think they were just going to be pretty much. They were going to be at a pretty decent spot. It was going to be a game, I think. if they blocked anything. Also, I mean, flipping this up and just like flipping this up and it not being lethal is like really bad. This is why this card isn't that great. It is just like when you flip it up and it's just not lethal instantly. It just has no value on defense. It's just a large creature that that exists. It doesn't even like block super well. So when you like when you have a situation like I just had, where like my deck is going super wide and can use effects like that, it becomes tough. This hand is not amazing, but I am going to keep it. Oh, Novice Inspector on one. Oh, nope, just kidding. I was scared, but then there was a Forum Familiar. Now somehow I'm gonna lose to it, but okay. Somehow we're gonna find a way to lose. Opponent gonna not shock my face. Very surprising. Okay, morph. Yeah, no, not unusual. I'm just gonna play a morph. So if I need one more white source, which has been sort of a recurring theme throughout this entire draft. Am I interested in just blocking the 2/2? No, I am not. I think I'm just gonna take 2. Because they're getting their value and I'm not getting the value. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna let this hit me. If this is like the 4/2, I'll be sad. Yeah, see, this is kind of what I'm talking about, where like they would get their value, but I wouldn't get my value. Oh wow, what a savage! What a savage one to get. So we'll just case of the Gateway Express plus flip over my own. I don't even need to flip it now. Yep, and then we just pass. See, now they can't attack into my 2/2 because if they do, that's fine. It has flying. Okay, sure. Turn this face up. Make a couple of 1/1s. Now I'm gonna play Tolsimir. Not anything better to do than play Tolsimir. I guess I could even attack. That seems horrible, so let's not do it. I'll just play Tolsimir. They probably have a shock to kill this Tolsimir, but that's okay. I'm still getting a 5/5 out of the deal. And they may not kill the lifelinker. They might kill the 5/5. Actually, well, if it's a shock, they have to kill the lifelinker. Attacks, and then they kill the Tolsimir, which is fine. Oh, Lightning Helix, sure. Worse, obviously, but still fine. Because I still have removal for the flyer. Contrary to the beliefs of some. Do I want to just jam with everything and just go like all in on this? It sort of depends on what they do, doesn't it? They do have removal for the 5/5. I think I want to play both of these things. They just trade off and it's pretty bad. Let's play a couple of creatures. Next turn we can set up for the big attack. I might even draw an untapped land to be able to cast Makeshift Binding on the Dogwalker into Fuss Bother. Should be pretty good, because I'm at 9. I wouldn't complain about that. I wouldn't complain. That is a tapped land. I think here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna attack with 3 things to transform the case. And then I gotta Makeshift Binding this Dogwalker. Well, at 9. At 9. And I could just cast the other side of this even to deal with the flyer. Alright, hold on. So let's go get another white source. I'm gonna give this one more turn. Grab another white source. Play the white source. Go to combat. 3 attackers. I guess just 3 because I don't want to take too much damage. No, I can attack with 4. Let's attack with 4. See what they do. They're probably just going to take it. Yeah. I think we just play this face down. I'm going to take another 3. I guess if they have the pump spell, I might die and be pretty sad. Something they definitely could have. I guess we'll find out, huh? Take 5. I'm not dead to just pump spell. Dead to like double pump spell though. Can't be countered, alright. Guess you got me. Oh, they paid the ward. I have also done that, so I'm not gonna begrudge them. Let's just be sensible here. And attack with... Well, I guess if I attack all, they're gonna die. If they don't block anything. Yeah, I'm gonna jam everything. I could just lose to some stuff here. Let's do this. I assume they're just pretty dead. I mean, they're not like dead, but go to 3. I'm at 8. They have a wrath. Okay, sure, sure. I mean, that's always allowed. Let's draw a card. Still feel totally fine about this, by the way. In case you're wondering whether or not I felt fine about it, I do still feel pretty fine about it. Opponent. Still 3. Oh, nope, just kidding. Alright, well, then we got another trophy. Back-to-back Naya trophies, although this one was basically just green-white. Selesnya. Just going back, just running it back. This was a very different deck, though, as, you know, can be seen from the picture of it. This deck was extremely focused on just going wide with dog walkers and had payoffs with the on the job, and the Fussbother. Fussbother was excellent in this deck. Tulsa Mirror. Card's good. What do you want me to say? Tulsa Mirror's a really, really messed up card, and it won me some games. But yeah, I feel like this deck was really good, and it played really well. So yeah, I was happy with it. Thanks for joining me on this journey to another successful escapade in Murders at Karlov Manor.